Um, Today, the last section that we had, we covered every topic that we had on our curriculum. And today, for those of you that were joining us late, they meet up with the curriculum. So we'll be covering the curriculum all over again. So probably I can just brief us about the last topic we had, which was entry models. I'll just brief us before we go to the main topic for tonight. So we said when you are able to couple up, in fact, for the people who followed us from right from day one till all the way to the day we finished and we covered all the curriculum, you could see that it makes sense, and every step of the way, everything we taught you came to a phase in which it was all important. Every topic was all important because that was all you needed to generate signal for yourself. So like we said, we first define our technical what's the definition of technical analysis and the uses, and why it's very important that you analyze your charts or analyze a crypto asset. So before we told you about the different type of analysis you had, and the two major ones that we had, so which is technical analysis and fundamental analysis. Those are the two main analysis you have. Then you also have sentimental analysis, which is not a type of analysis everybody really does, but if you also put this in consideration, and most of the times it actually works. So from our last topic, so you know that if you followed us very well, you know that if you leave all other concepts, right, if you leave them aside, there is no way you are going to ever arrive at the point in which you are looking for a way, the best way to enter the market, because you have to first know the direction of the market, and our aim in the market is to always buy low and sell high. And how are you able to buy low and sell high if you don't even know the direction of the market, or you don't know how to read your candlesticks, or you don't really know, okay, when is the right time to buy? So if you don't know when is the right time to buy, what you always do is always trading against the trend. And as a good trader and as a good technical analyst, you want to be able to follow the trend. You understand? In every circumstances, in every business that you do, there is always a trend, right? There's always something that is trending, that is where the money is. So, in fact, from also our key definitions, key topic that we talked about was liquidity, and what every trader is looking for in the market is liquidity. Even though we know that we are looking for certain things in the market, but in most cases, what we are looking for is the liquidity, where the money is lying at the market, so that we can join forces with the market's pushers, right? The market makers who are making huge money in the market, so that we can buy into the opportunity and ride with them, so as we can make our own part in the market and be able to repeat that on a daily basis. So like we said, so the entry models was for you to get all the confluences right, and one of the confluences you want to get is an uptrend. You want to look for an impulsive move to the upside that is then creating a pullback to your institutional levels. Those institutional levels are being identified by meeting some confluences, and one of the confluences you have to meet is your imbalance, right? Your institutional candles, and we define institutional candles to be candles in which has some manipulation in it, right? Where we see Marabutu candles or three soldiers candles, like our other guys who trade price actions do call it, they say three soldiers. There are ways in which we are able to identify those candles in the market, right? So where we'll be seeing huge manipulations in the market, where common candles price is being manipulated to create this imbalance in the market, or as we also refer to it as fair value gaps, where we see really a huge gap in the market in which within the closure of those candles, we see some certain um, gaps in it. So, and we also talked about all of this topic. We showed you how you can identify them in your charts, and those are actually identifying to you liquidity where orders are being lined, And when we are referring to where orders are being lined, depending on the direction of the market, you see most cases where retailer traders are putting their stop orders, that is where the liquidity is at, and the institutions, what are they doing? They are coming to pick those orders and buying them to be able to manipulate price to uh, be in their own favor, and they push the market back down so as to buy at a cheaper rate before they head it down to their own directions. So that would be a quick recap to the last topic that we had, that's from our curriculum. So you know that if you couple up all the concepts, you'll be able to always get signals, you'll be able to always have opportunity in the market and be able to analyze and buy at a cheaper rate. So buying at a discount price instead of buying at a premium price. So entering there and being able to doing your maybe probably 1:3 restriction reward, or 1:4 as the case may be, or 1:5 depending as well. So as SMC traders, also a trader, we traders that are using robotics, we could build these strategies into our bots and have our own personal strategies. So, the topic for tonight, for the purpose of the people who are joining us for the first time, so we want to discuss what is technical analysis. So, when we say technical analysis in trading, right? In every field, in every business, there is always the technical aspect, the part in which you define the way you want to strategize yourself so as to be at the part in which you are always making the better decisions, right? To always be at the winning part, even though winning in trading is not always 100%, but you can always be at the part in which you are always 85% right all the time. So, and that this will actually contribute a lot to our growth in the space. So technical analysis, like I said, is that part in which you do that has to do with charts. You being the ability to read charts and read price. So it's you being able to read price action to be able to tell what price is doing, just merely looking at your charts, your assets, your crypto asset, any crypto asset, or any charts at all whatsoever. So you being able to transform that data now into a concrete uh, analysis and be able to generate signals from it. So to be able to take a trade and know the best time to enter and exit. So the other type of analysis we have would be the fundamental analysis, and fundamental analysis has to do with news, right? So anything that has to do with news, economic news of a country or a nation, right, that indirectly or directly impacts the price of that asset. So that is what we refer to as fundamental analysis. And as a good trader, you want to know how to do both. But in most cases, some people just focus on technical analysis. In most cases, there are also traders in which only trade fundamentals as well. But 70% of the time, you will always see traders who are doing just technical analysis. But the question is, why can't we just do both? So it's always better to do both, because why? if you have the ability to be able to read your chat and be able to know what this your chat is telling you. So tonight I would always like to make sure that this class is interactive. So do we see anybody here that is here with us tonight that has followed us on the last section that we talked about the whole topic? And do we have anybody that from the topics that we covered that is not clear about any of the topic? So if you followed us for the last section from A to Z, where we covered it, just type one in the chat box. And if you are new here and you didn't follow the last section when we covered from the start to the end, just type two in the chat box. So the question, so if you were with us the last time and you understood from the very first topic to the last, type one. If you are here and you are new, just type two in the chat box. So we already see people typing two in the chat box that they are. So we have three people here who are new. Stella, Ike, Nigeria, Ivan Maloba, okay, and we have the Kobo, the Kilawari, who are new. We have Larry A also who's new. So no problem at all, no problem at all. So those people are new. So do we have people who are here that are like maybe members that have been attending all of our sections that we did previously before we know that okay, these people that say they are new, because they are new, we'll have to cover the sections. Anyway, we are starting all over again and we are taking us from the ground beginning. So no worries at all for those of you who are new. So we don't have anybody here who has been following us right from time. So the rest people who are here, if you are here and then you followed us for the last sections, and any of these topic that we taught you don't understand, just drop the number three, or you just specifically raise your hand and tell us which of the topics you don't understand. So if there's any topic you didn't understand from our last sections, type three in the chat box. Say you just followed us, but there are concepts in which you don't understand that you love us to talk about. Drop three in the chat box, please. All right. I'll assume that. So are we guys following us? Okay, we have Lara. Okay, we said two. Okay, they are new. So like we were saying, the topic for tonight is technical analysis. What is technical analysis? So I'll repeat again. What we are doing is crypto trading. So for the ones who said they are here new, and I can also assume maybe some of you guys are members or just new to the business. So if you don't know what we are doing here, what we are doing is crypto trading. We are trading with an amazing crypto robot, which is called RoyalQ. So we are teaching you how to efficiently trade and pick trade and be able to analyze crypto assets so as for you to then go ahead and instruct based on your analysis uh, to be able to instruct your robot very well so as to make profit always in the market. So when it comes to technical analysis, you have three types of analysis, but the two main analyses that are mostly important is technical analysis and fundamental analysis. So if you are here, if you are not taking notes, we have Yanim who said, I've been following not constantly, but I'm still trying to catch up. Thanks. Okay, that's great, no problem. So we have technical analysis and we have fundamental analysis. So technical analysis is the ability to read charts, right? So when we say chart, we say price chart. So the Japanese chart where, so I will show us an example of what, say, for those of us who are new. So I'll show us an example of what I mean when I say chart. So as for us to understand, so the tools we use for one of the tools we use once for to analyze is called trading view, right, where you get your charts from. So when we say chart, this is what we intend to say chart. So I will just pick a random pen, let me say BTC, right? So you pick this, what you can see here is a virtual representation of what a chart is. So for you to have something like this, all you want to do is head up to trading view, right? From your phone you can go to, if you're using an Android, you head to the Play Store and you download trading view. And if you are using an iPhone, you go to the App Store and then you download your trading view, and from there you can just sign up for it. It's free, but there's also a paid version of it. So we have our price chart, and what you can see here is a green and a red candle. In fact, what you will see right here, you can see this green candle and this red candle, and when the red one is representing the buy, which the sell, excuse me, and the green one is representing the buy. So, and we refer to them as Japanese candle because it was created by a Japanese person. Um, so, and these candles, they are representing price, and there are ways in which we are able to read these candles and tell what informations they are giving to us, they are telling us. So for today we are just defining what are the types of analysis we have, which we already say is technical analysis and then fundamental analysis. So like you can see here, the pair we are trading is BTC. So you can see BTC, USDT, US dollar. So US dollar token. So this is the price of market price of BTC, which is this in the green, which is 103,905.1 cents. So and this is a 30 minutes time frame. You can always identify this, and we have different time frame. What is the difference between the time frame is just the fact that candle that you see here, every candle that you see here, depending on the time frame, is representing a 30 minutes move, right? It opens and it closes in 30 minutes. And all of that time frame as well does the same thing. So if it's a 1 hour time frame, it opens and it closes in 1 hour. So like we said, so technical analysis is the ability to read a chart. So when we say reading a chart means you reading what these data are telling you. So what are the data that is telling you, and you can read it as if you are reading financial data, like you are reading a book and all of it. And what it tells you is price action. And based on what it's telling you, you can then predict price. So to know if it's going to be bullish or it's bearish. And when we say bullish or bearish, when we say bullish, we mean that coin is going in an uptrend, in an upward direction. And when we say bearish, we say it's moving in a downward direction. So I wouldn't go too far so as to not distract the new members that we are having here today. Um, so if you have any question as per what we've just said, you can ask your question by just raising your hand or unmuting. But then before we go to the question aspect, I would like to then talk again about the other analysis that we have, which is the fundamental analysis and the sentimental analysis. So, like I said before, fundamental analysis is every other thing aside from this right now, aside from your chart, right, which is the news, economic news, right, that can easily affect every asset, right? So every economics news of every nation in the world. So basically, fundamental analysis, what it is a news, right? So and how it impacts the prices. So also, we have sentimental analysis, but this is not the type of analysis most traders use, or hedge funds, or proprietary firms, what they base their data on. So this is how traders, retail traders, or hedge funds themselves, right, what they feel, right? So based on their emotion, the way they see the market, their opinion about the market, and based on that, their sentiments, how they are feeling, literally. So based on that, you then place your trade. You say, this guy is a big player in the markets and he has a lot of money that he's trading with. So if I know and I have an information that this guy will be longing, he will be buying in the market, I want to buy because I know he will be pushing the price of this asset, BTC, for example, to maybe 105, or maybe a newer high, breaking the new highs in the market, right? So you know that, okay, that's sentimental. So, for example, one of the analysis, sentimental analysis, is okay. We know that one of the big drive that Dogecoin has in the market is the influence of some people like Elon Musk. So okay, yeah. Whenever you see Elon Musk tweets, you it takes talks anything related to Dogecoin, it's going to pump. So you just go there and you put your money there, and you are going to do some percentage right there. You'll be making a lot of money. So as to also, for example, CZ, right, the CEO of Binance, and you know that, okay, yeah, whatever he makes tweets and all of it, it pumps BNB and some other asset depending on what his tweets is all about, or Vitalink. So whenever you hear something from Vitalink, for example, you know that might actually drive the price of it. Or when this other guy, the CEO of Cardano, makes a tweet, whenever he's dragging some one of them, something like that, and Cardano's also gonna pump. So on and so forth. That's sentimental analysis. So based on what we've talked about right now, and I'll be really literally time conscious so as to also give us time to question and answer before I hand over the class to our leader, Osha. So if you have any question regarding our topic for tonight, you can type in the chat box or raise up your hand so ask question regarding our topic for tonight. So if you have any question, please, you can just raise up your hand or type in the question in the chat box. So if you understand, just type one, please. If you understand our topic so far, just type one. So if you know what's technical analysis as a new person, or you've been here for a while, just type one in the chat box. Before we know, okay, we can proceed in the next section. Okay, that's great. We have JP who types one, and we have also Nadam Yanim who's also type one. Okay, that's nice. Okay, that's great. That's really amazing. I love the fact that we are following. Yeah, we know what technical analysis is, and that's really great. We are also sure that you know what fundamental analysis is as well. We have like 23 people in the chat, so please, I just have like, I think maybe 6 to 7 people here who type that they understood. Does it mean the rest people doesn't understand? Do you want me to recap again? So if you don't understand, just type two. So those people that typed one now, they really understand, and that's really amazing. So if you are here, if you don't understand, we still have some like couple of minutes. I can really recap, or just raise up your hand and say, I don't understand. Just recap, and I would. Rita Ifeoma Eze. I feel like I just know this person, but I don't know. Rita. This person looks like someone who has been attending. But yeah, we have one person who says she doesn't understand that much what we're talking about. And do you have any other person who doesn't understand? So Rita, please, can you unmute and tell us the part that you don't understand? So I can just specifically talk about the aspect where you don't understand. So do we have other people as well who doesn't understand? So Rita Ifeoma, please, if you can just unmute or you just type and say, okay, this is the specific area I don't understand, or just type recap so I can just recap everything and I briefly talk about it. Okay. So what we are talking about tonight is about technical analysis and different type of technical analysis we have. So and we talked about technical analysis and fundamental analysis, and we also talked briefly about sentimental analysis. So we said technical analysis has everything to do with the ability to read charts and read price action, so to be able to decide in the market and make decisions, buying and selling decision in the market. So the ability to read your price, be able to know when to buy a trade or to sell, and then to place your trade. So when it comes to fundamental analysis, it has everything to do with news. So when it comes to sentimental analysis, this is the way it's a sentiment, right? The way traders are feeling in the market, and based on that, they place their judgment. They make decision based on their sentiment. They feel like, okay, you know what, BTC will be bullish, so they just tend to just buy in the market. So that's sentiment, right? The way the trader are feeling, they just feel like, you see, the market is just going to do this, and they place their decision based on that. So you knowing that, you leverage on that. So if you are trading based on how you know that there's a big hedge fund or a big person who you know has big followers or big community or big funds that is using the trade, you just base your decision based on that. But then technical analysis has everything to do with strategy, your strategy and your chart, what you are seeing on your chart and what this chart is telling you, right? Based on that, you do analysis on based on past history in the market to then determine the future, right? To determine the future data and prices of the market, to be able to then know your trend, draw your trend, and also apply your analysis. So that basically says about what we've been saying since. So I hope I was able to like recap and you understand now, Rita. So I was able to explain and recap again. So if there is no other question, I'll just call on Leader Ocean to come up.
Thank you so much, Leader Abiola. That's an amazing one. Do we have any question? Please, you can unmute yourself and ask a question. You can ask Leader Abiola. Unmute yourself or you use the chat. Do we have any question? Now, this topic has been done, but this is for technical analysis. If you want to know how to trade effectively, you want to know how to enter the market, please always attend our technical analysis classes. So do we have any question before we round up? Do we have any question before we round up? can unmute yourself and ask your question. Is this our Mr. P? Or is another Mr. P? Huh? Mr. P?
Yes, I'm the one.
Oh, okay. I couldn't tell because of your display. Okay, so thank you so much, everybody. Tomorrow we have our Zoom. We have Zoom tomorrow. We have Zoom daily actually. Tomorrow we have Zoom 8:30. I see a lot of us just coming in now. Please let us try and come to these classes. These classes are done for you to come and learn so that we'll win trade. The group is kind of quiet now, I know, because the market is undergoing correction, but don't worry about that. Very soon we'll have momentum back. Okay. So I'm sure if you are using the MACD strategy, you don't have any worries. The MACD is doing its work, but regardless, markets will definitely undergo correction. That's why you're using the RoyalQ robot, okay, to trade. So all is well. Thank you so much, everybody. I will see. We'll see you tomorrow. Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Good night. Good night, everybody. Good night.
Good night, everybody.